Hello, everyone. This is Dino Chris from Prehistoric, and this is a Prehistoric extra episode. This is extra episode number 100, everybody. It's been a long time coming for the 100th episode, and since this 100th episode, extra episode, is going to be the Jurassic World Rebirth review. And so I got to see this movie on a Monday, I think it was July 7th, if I remember correctly, July 7th, so 5 days after it came out. And so I got to see this movie, and I have some thoughts about the movie, and I will give you my ranking of all the Jurassic movies at the final slide before the next episode slide. And where do I place this movie, and and so on. And so I'll give you the good, the bad, or in the meh, and even I'll talk about the cast and crew first. So let's actually talk about the cast and crew. So the cast and crew of Jurassic World Rebirth, of course, it's actually done by Universal Studios. Universal Studios owns the Jurassic franchise. And so it was released on July 2nd, 2025. That's when it was released worldwide. The director of the film is Gareth Edwards. You might know him from the basically directing the 2014 Godzilla movie for the MonsterVerse, and you also know him for being the director of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. And he's done other movies too, but those are the two ones that I recognize him with. But Rogue One has been his best work out of the two that I mentioned. Rogue One was the better one. And the producers are Frank Marshall and Patrick Crowley. These guys have been around the Jurassic franchise mainly since the Jurassic World movie in 2015. Writer is David Koepp. He returns to write Jurassic film. The last time he written a Jurassic film was for the 1997 film Lost World Jurassic Park. He's also written Jurassic Park, the 1993 movie. So he makes a return to the Jurassic franchise, and so that's a great thing about this movie is that we get a returning player here for the Jurassic franchise. Music was composed by Alexander Desplat or Desplat, Desplat, however you want to pronounce it. I think he's Spanish, but yeah, he does the music for this movie. And then you got the cast. The cast is Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, Jonathan Bailey, Rupert Friend, Manuel Garcia Rolfo, and Ed Skrein. And so we actually have these actors in this movie. And so yeah, this is not technically a big cast. You have some big names in here, like Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali. Jonathan Bailey is kind of a big name, but I think this is one of his. I think this is his I want to say his biggest franchise that he's been in. But any of you guys that know Jonathan Bailey's work, has he been in other franchises? Please let me know, because I would like to know if he was in anything else. Because I do know that he was in a British TV show that I do know or have heard of. But yeah, that's all I know from him, and he gets a debut in this movie. And so let's actually talk about the good. So the good in this movie was basically the grand scale of the dinosaurs. This actually returns because this is basically what the original Jurassic Park trilogy did, was give you a good scope of scale of some of the dinosaurs that are featured. That returns in this movie. That I really did like. Is that it actually gave me the feel of Jurassic Park, where we actually got to see the size of these animals. That's what I liked about this movie, is that you actually get to see the scope and scale of these animals. And also that's Gareth Edwards' specialty, is to give you the grand scale of the creatures that you actually get to see on screen. I mean, he did that in the Godzilla movie, and so why not? You actually get that type of feel with that. Um, I did like the second act in the movie. The second act in the movie was probably the best part of the movie. in my opinion, because that's where you actually get a little bit more of the action, and that's where everything kind of takes a lot of time on. And I think that's really what made the second act a little bit better than say the first act and also the third act. The CGI in this movie I thought was very well done. Is it as good as say the Jurassic Park trilogy? No, it's not. It's close, but it's not quite to the same level as like say the first Jurassic Park film or otherwise Lost World and even Jurassic Park 3 because those types of movies had really good CGI. Whereas the Jurassic World trilogy, like the first one had decent CGI, but you can definitely tell that like they did mess up on some scenes and all that sorts of stuff. And like the Jurassic World trilogy, like the Colin Trevorrow trilogy, does have a lot of problems with the CGI. And so I think that like that this movie captured the closest essence of the Jurassic Park trilogy, and I think that's what made this movie a little bit more memorable in terms of that the CGI is a lot better. Mahershala Ali, I think Mahershala Ali uh, performed very, very well in this movie. I think he actually had the best character in the movie because like his character was actually a bit more fleshed out compared to the other characters, and I liked his character a lot more than the others because I would say because since that what based on what he was given in terms of a script, like this guy can make a moderate script sound really good in terms of his acting. Mahershala Ali is an Oscar winner, and he is really really good. I liked his character in this movie. The Mosasaur attack scene, that's one of the best scenes in the movie. Uh, the Mosasaur was so good in this movie. I loved the Mosasaur in this. Now, do I have some critiques of some of the dinosaurs and some of the prehistoric creatures? Absolutely, but like I'm not going to get into that. That's for a later like discussion with you guys in terms of like which dinosaurs from the Jurassic franchise and even like the prehistoric creatures have the best designs. And that probably could be a later video down the line. And but yeah, the Mosasaur attack scene was one of the best scenes in the movie. I mean, just the Mosasaur just looks so beautiful. Just looks so beautiful. Like they put a lot of attention to detail in the Mosasaur. That was very, very well done. And of course, my favorite scene in the movie is the T Rex river raft scene. Like that was the best scene in the movie, and and this is a scene that was promised to us to possibly return to actually come to life since the 1993 Jurassic Park film, because this is a scene that is in the Michael Crichton novel. This is in the Michael Crichton novel of Jurassic Park, and we never got to see it until now. And this scene is the best. This is the best scene of the movie. Like the tension was right there. You just like were hoping that the characters actually uh, come out of that scene alive and all that sorts of stuff. Except for one character, but like I would probably say that like that scene just captured the tension, and also the T-Rex just looks so good in this movie. Just looks so good. Like how bulky it is and how terrifying it is. Like that is probably one of the best scenes in the movie, probably the best scene in the movie. And of course the music. The music was so good in this movie. I would say that like it's pretty close to the John Williams like feel to it. I'd say that like this music is probably second, or probably actually, yeah, I'd probably say second behind John Williams. Second behind John Williams. Because since John Williams is the GOAT or the greatest of all time of, movie score composers, he's the best. Uh, but Alexander Desplat or Desplat, whatever, how do you pronounce his last name? Uh, he did a really good job. I actually love the music. It actually showcased like some of the tension that you needed in this movie. Actually showcased like some like moments that you do get like the jump scare bits. Like that was actually really good. And like this movie did actually feel like the did actually give the horror elements that we were looking for. Is it the right type of horror that I wanted? Yes and no. But yeah, this movie does have some pretty good stuff in there. Now let's actually move on to the meh. The meh parts of the movie, I would say it's more likely. So I would say Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey, like they did okay for their characters. Um, I would say that like Scarlett Johansson kind of gets blamed for like in this movie for like she's not trying to act in this movie. It's like she's just happy to be there and just happy to be on a Jurassic film, which her dream was to be in a Jurassic film, and she got that, and she lives her dream to actually be in this type of movie franchise. Like I give her props for actually wanting to be in a Jurassic film. I do appreciate that. But in terms of like the acting in this movie, she's okay. Jonathan Bailey, I thought like his acting was okay. Um, the one thing about Jonathan Bailey's character, because since he's a paleontologist, um, one line that made me cringe the most was more likely this was pretty much like in the beginning of the movie where he calls the Quetzalcoatlus and the Mosasaur dinosaurs. That did rub me the wrong way in terms of that, like, and you find out later on in the film that he was a student of Alan Grant. And I would say that like if his character said that in front of Alan Grant would punch him in the face. Alan Grant would punch him in the face. And that's just like, and Dr. Grant said, no, mosasaurs and Quetzalcoatlus are not dinosaurs. They're not dinosaurs. Quetzalcoatlus is a flying reptile. It's a pterosaur. They're not dinosaurs. Pterosaurs are not dinosaurs. And mosasaurs, they're not dinosaurs either. They're marine reptiles. They're marine reptiles. And like, why would you say this in that film? And like I understand of like you want to have like some continuity with the actual franchise, but then it's just like I don't know, like that line made me cringe a lot. But Jonathan Bailey's performance was okay. I didn't think he didn't wow me by the stretching of the imagination. But like he was okay. Um, the story was very simple. I think David Kapp actually wanted it to make it simple. It's a pretty straightforward story. There's nothing like, say, like complicated or like make you want to think harder type of moments. It's not. It's just basically a very simple story. Very simple story. It's easy to follow. It's not something that you want to like dissect and actually kind of go like, okay, what does this part mean? What does that part mean? That sort of thing. It's not. It's just basically from A to B type of storytelling. It's basically A to B type of story, which is fine. Which I thought that was fine. Uh, the first act does drag on. I think the first act is probably like something that they probably could have shaved like 20 minutes off and probably made it a little bit better, made the movie a little bit better. But of course, I know that like Gareth Edwards would say is that like, well, we're missing some character development and also we're missing like some great interactions with some of the characters. And I go like, I understand that, but then it's just like it felt like the first act took too long. And so like this is one criticism of the movie is that it does drag on uh, at times, especially in the first part. And so it takes a while to get there. It takes a while to get there to like say the action bits and also some of the meat and potatoes of the movie. That's what you're looking for. Um, but yeah, it does actually drag on a bit the first act. The Quetzalcoatlus design, I didn't care for this design at all. I really kind of was like, it's not the same one from Dominion. Dominion had a really good design. It's just that the Dominion Quetzalcoatlus was very unutilized, and so I just felt like that. Like, yeah, we got a scene of a Quetzalcoatlus, but it's not really the Quetzalcoatlus that we wanted. It's more like a want to say more like a mutated version of the Quetzalcoatlus, and yeah, it's one of those designs. It's not my favorite design. It's just not my favorite design of all the prehistoric creatures at all. Now we get to the bad. So the bad of this movie, I would say, even though that the second act is the best part of the movie, um, the second act does actually have one big problem, and that is the back and forth between the missionaries and that family that is in this movie. I thought that was distracting, because like you don't need to keep going back and forth. Like it really does feel like that, that like at one point the family is with the missionaries, and then the family just gets away from the missionaries, then they come back again, and it's like, no, they're away again, let's go back to them. It's like, oh, man, like, can we just get on with it, like I'd rather be focused on the missionaries more than the family. But like the little girl in the film, I thought she did a good job. I think she did a good job of doing what she can, and like her horrifying reactions were actually really good. It's just that the family I didn't think was necessary in the film, but like I understand why they had to do that, to incorporate like a kid into a film, because a lot of Jurassic films have to have a kid in the film, because they want like little kids that are going to see this movie to have a character that they can relate to. Like I understand that. The boyfriend character, I did not like this character whatsoever. This was a character that was so annoying. He was so annoying. I think that was the point, was that like he was supposed to be the most annoying character, and you wish for him to like be killed in the movie, because he does act like a very horrible person. But even though like pretty close to the third act, he does redeem himself a bit as basically being a character that probably did learn his lesson, in terms of that, like he needs to be kinder, he needs to show affection and all that sorts of stuff. Like I get it, but then it's just like I'd rather had him eaten. I'd rather had him be killed, by either the raptors or the mutants, or even the T-Rex. I would have been happy with that. But like I get it. You want to have like a character that's supposed to be funny, but the thing is, he's not that funny at all. The D-Rex and the Mutodon, I did not care for these things. I did not care for them. Even though that the first part of the movie is basically the D-Rex, um, like breaking from its like enclosure. But even though that part of the movie is also pretty dumb, in terms of like having like a product placement actually be the problem of the reason why that the D-Rex gets out. And I thought that was kind of stupid. But even though product placement is in this film, because you gotta pay the bills, and like these like advertisers are pushing this film as basically the sponsors of the marketing. And like I get it, the marketing of this film was pretty good. It's just that I think this film, if you had high hopes for this film, I would probably say that you would probably left disappointed. But if you kept your expectations low, you'd probably go like, it's not as bad as I thought it was be. And so that's why I kept my expectations low in this film, is because I thought like you never know, it could actually disappoint you. But yeah, the D-Rex, I thought the D-Rex's design in the movie did not match up to like say the toy. The toy had a better design compared to the movie. Even though that the D-Rex does look scary, the Mutodons had better horror elements than say the D-Rex did. The D-Rex I did not care for, neither did the Mutodons. The Mutodons did nothing for me. The finale was really clunky. I thought that like they could have ended it a little bit better, because like there is a like a deleted ending that was supposed to possibly be in this movie, but then Gareth Edwards changed his mind, and because he was like, I'm tired of like the other like tropes that this franchise has gotten, um, let's not do that. Let's actually end it more on like a happier note, in terms of that like majority of the characters that we are supposed to care about survive, and they actually possibly could be in the next movie. Now, I do think this movie will get a sequel. I think Universal is planning for a sequel. If Gareth Edwards and David Koepp come back to actually do the sequel, I think they could like look at the criticisms of this movie and probably make this movie better, make their sequel better, like say like not make the story too simple. Let's make sure we give more characters more fleshed out bits, like we need to care about them a little bit more and all that sorts of stuff. Like Mahershala Ali's character I thought was great, but some of the other characters I didn't care for. But like, yeah, it's like, yeah, this movie is going to set up a sequel, and so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens going forward for this Jurassic franchise. I think they will make another movie. It's just that, um, like, when does Universal have to stop? That's going to be the question. So my overall thoughts of the movie was that I thought it was very solid. I thought it was a very solid movie. I did actually enjoy some bits of the movie. There's some things I did not care for, and then there's some things that I just kind of thought like, it didn't really need to be in the movie. But yeah, um, it's not the best Jurassic film, and it's not the worst Jurassic film. So it's kind of like in between. It's kind of right in the middle. So it's like that type of movie. So I would say it's better than Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, because Fallen Kingdom, the first act was great. The first act was great, and then when you get to the second act and the third act, it just disappoints you. It disappoints you. It's like, what? You're going to this direction? Like, what's going on here? And then Dominion, you can tell Dominion was a bad movie. It was just a bad movie. It was just like they threw too many things at you to actually showcase like what they were trying to do. Duncan was the best character in the film, like I said. That's Mahershala Ali's character. And if they do make another movie, I want to be done with the hybrids and the mutants. I'm done with them. Like we've done it before. Don't do it again. Like, just focus on the dinosaurs. Just only focus on the dinosaurs. No more mutants or hybrids. Can we please stop with the hybrids and the mutants? Please, please, please. Gareth Edwards, David Koepp, enough with the hybrids, enough with the mutants. Like, be done with them. Like, if you just showcase the next movie where the D-Rex gets killed, like, I'd be happy with that. Even if the mutant dot and also the mutant dots get killed, like showcase that of like, okay, we're done with that, let's only focus on the dinosaurs. I would be happy with that. Of course, the music was great. Alexander did a great job of the music. um, Felt like a Jurassic Park film than a Jurassic World film. That I did like about this movie is that it felt more like a Jurassic Park film than say a Jurassic World film, and that's what I liked about this movie. I would rate this movie a 6.8 out of 10. Um, some good things, some things I didn't care for, but at least it was a pretty solid film. It's not the worst film of the Jurassic Park franchise. And how I rate the Jurassic Park films. So I'm only counting the films. I'm not counting the short film Battle at Big Rock, because that's sort of separate entity. And so it goes down like this. Number one, 1983's Jurassic Park. That would always be number one. It's the best movie out of all the franchises of the franchise. That's it. My second favorite, Lost World Jurassic Park. That was probably the better sequel, and also kept the same like type of tropes of Jurassic Park. Which is the great CGI. Also, the practical effects were amazing. Some of the acting was actually pretty good. I know the story does not work for many people, but like I thought it was fine. It's just that the final act just kind of felt more like a Godzilla movie than anything else. Three is Jurassic World, the 2015 movie. That's how I would place it. Is third, because like it was a breath of fresh air in terms of what the franchise could go for. Like the Indominus Rex was a good villain, and I appreciated what it was. Then I put Jurassic World Rebirth at four. Uh, I would say it's higher than Jurassic Park 3, even though it's probably going to be on the even level right there. Is that like Jurassic Park 3 and Rebirth are probably going to be looked at as pretty much the same. It's just that Jurassic World Rebirth had a script, a very thought out script. And also, Universal did not like try to like like cancel every single script that was coming from David Koepp. And so it was basically like David Koepp wrote the script and gave it to Universal, and Universal was like, perfect, this is perfect, you know let's make this movie. you know and then I put Jurassic Park 3 below Rebirth, but even though I'd say they're probably pretty much the same, it's just that Jurassic Park 3 is the worst, in my opinion, of the Jurassic Park trilogy. Because first and foremost, the story is just all over the place. It's all over the place. And also, a lot of the characters I did not like, besides Alan Grant. Like, Alan Grant was the perfect character. It's just that the other characters, I could care less. Like, the Kirbys could have died in this movie and I would have been happy. And, like, the Spinosaurus is cool. Spinosaurus is cool. But the thing is, Jurassic Park 3 is a movie that I can watch and laugh at. That's the thing. Jurassic Park 3 is one of those movies to me is where I laugh at it because of how stupid the plot is. Just how stupid the plot is. Then I actually go 6 is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Like I said before, first act of the movie is great, but then third and final act is garbage. And then you got finally is Jurassic World Dominion is the worst of all the Jurassic Park films. Because of the fact that it's bad editing, bad acting, bad storytelling, it's like bad, 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 bad everything. Like, even though that some of the dinosaur scenes look really good, it's just that locusts, locusts, really, locusts. That's all I gotta say about that. But I want to know, you guys, like, where do you rate this film? How do you rate this film? I will put a poll out the day before this video comes out, and so it'll be about how do you rate this film. Like, it will be like great would be like 8 to 10. Good would be like, say, 5 to 7, and then bad is 0 to 4. And then the last category would be like, you haven't seen this film yet. But, like, yeah, tell me, what do you think of this movie? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Or are you somewhere in the middle? Do you think it's like an okay film? Like I think it is. It's an okay film. Not great, not terrible, just kind of in the middle. What are your thoughts on Jurassic World Rebirth? And so next episode will be on July 24th, 2025, and that'll be a special episode, and it'll be a fan request. So I'll let you guys know what kind of prehistoric animal I'm going to talk about. So stay tuned for that. And you can still send me questions about dinosaurs and other prehistoric life by emailing me at dinochrist71@gmail.com, or just go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts of Dino Chris. Like the page, you should put your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Don't put them on Messenger. Messenger is a private conversation, so please put your questions in the comment section on any Facebook post. And also for YouTubers out there, like the video, subscribe to the channel. According to my analytics, I love you guys to check out my channel and not subscribed yet. So please feel free to check out the channel by hitting the like button on the videos, because that's how the YouTube algorithm works. The more likes the video gets, the more likely the video gets spread out to the people interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, and geology in general. So please feel free to do so. And also share the video, share the channel to anybody that's interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, and geology in general. So please feel free to do so. And like I said before, subscribe and also hit that notification bell so that you can get weekly notifications of every video that comes out. And also you can check out and go onto the channel and check out the posts tab, and you'll actually see like polls and even some updates on like videos, and even some like things that I have been up to, and even some paleontology news type of stuff. So check out the posts tab when you do so, and when you're checking out my channel. And also for YouTubers out there, leave your questions in the comment section, because I do read them all. All of you guys are sending me questions via email, Facebook, and YouTube. You guys are awesome. You give me some great questions for those Q&A episodes, so keep up the great work. And also make sure you keep your questions short and to the point. You can also follow me on Instagram at dino.chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there. You can also follow me on Threads, same thing, at dino.chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there as well. Also, take care of people around you, and also for younger people out there to make listening, your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. So best motivation you can have for good education is very important. Have good education. So with a good education, get a good job in the future. That's it for now. Now, see you guys next time.